For months, rumors about the iPhone 17 lineup have been swirling, and we've all been eagerly waiting to see what Apple's got in store. The new iPhones are expected to come with a bunch of cool upgrades, like a better front camera, an in-house 5G modem, a faster A-series chip, and more. But here's the latest buzz. A fresh leak has dropped some serious details about the design changes that could be coming to the iPhone 17 Pro models. But if you were hoping for some exciting camera upgrades across the board, here's the scoop. Only the Pro models feature the highly anticipated periscope telephoto cameras. And for those eyeing next year's iPhone 17, get ready for a bit of disappointment. Those non-Pro models, they won't be getting the periscope zoom either. According to a report from Korean publication The Elec, next year's iPhone 17, along with the rumored iPhone 17 Air, won't come with that fancy 5x optical zoom lens. Why's that? Well, LG Innotek, Apple's key camera supplier, is reportedly busy ramping up production to support the iPhone 17 Pro models. That's right, the Pro models will continue to get all the best tech, including that fancy tetraprism camera system that gives the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max that coveted 5x optical zoom feature. But for everyone else, not so much. While we don't know all the details about the iPhone 17's camera setup yet, it seems safe to assume that the 5x optical zoom lens is staying exclusive to the Pro models. This tetraprism camera system is the reason the Pro versions have that incredible zooming power, and it's the same system we saw in the iPhone 15 Pro Max and 16 Pro Max. The design of this system is pretty cool. It's folded, which helps Apple fit the tech into the slim design of the iPhones, letting users enjoy up to 5x optical zoom and a 25x digital zoom. In comparison, the standard models, like the iPhone 15 Pro and previous versions, can only manage a 3x optical zoom. But that's not all. The rear camera bump could get a major makeover too. The iconic squircle-shaped bump could be replaced with a larger aluminum rectangle. We're not sure yet whether Apple will position it horizontally, like the Google Pixel 9 Pro, or go with a vertical layout, like Samsung. Given how spatial photography and video recording are shaping up, the vertical option seems more likely. If it weren't for Face ID, we'd probably still be stuck with pretty standard smartphone designs. Think about it, a lot of devices, especially Androids, would probably be rocking those punch-hole screens like we see on the Galaxy S24 and pretty much every other Android phone these days. But luckily for Apple fans, and let's be real, for the rest of us too, the company brought something way cooler to the table, Face ID. Honestly, it's one of my favorite features of the iPhone. I mean, who doesn't love unlocking their phone with just a glance? Thanks to Face ID, Apple has been able to push past the basic notch design and create something way more interesting, the Dynamic Island. Now, with the iPhone 17 series possibly just around the corner, there are whispers that Apple might take things even further. The rumor mill is buzzing about a new, upgraded version of the Dynamic Island, and it sounds like it could be a big improvement. The scoop is that Apple might shrink that pill-shaped cutout even more thanks to some new Face ID tech called Madeline. And that's pretty exciting stuff if it pans out. Let's rewind a bit. When Apple first introduced Face ID back in 2017 with the iPhone X, that notch was pretty massive. It housed the True Depth camera system, which worked its magic by scanning your face in an instant to authenticate your identity. Over the years, though, Apple's been steadily shrinking the size of that notch. Do you remember how much smaller it got with the iPhone 13? And then came the iPhone 14 Pro models, which brought us the Dynamic Island. That was a real game changer. Instead of a boring cutout, we got this cool little pill shape that wasn't just functional, but became a part of the iPhone's personality. It's like a little OLED display that's always on, connecting the two cutouts together, creating that island look. But Apple didn't stop there. They added some awesome software features around it, turning what could have been a design compromise into one of the most talked about things at the time of the iPhone 14's launch. So yeah, the Dynamic Island is still with the iPhone 16, and it looks like Apple's not done improving it just yet. The company has been on a mission to keep evolving the True Depth camera design, and the ultimate goal seems to be eliminating the notch entirely, or at least shrinking it to the point where it's barely noticeable. Imagine this, Face ID and the selfie camera all hidden beneath the screen. No more cutouts, just a clean, uninterrupted display. Sounds pretty futuristic, right? Here's where it gets interesting. Analyst Jeff Pugh is saying that the iPhone 17 Pro Max might get a significantly narrower Dynamic Island. This could mean an even more minimalistic look, with that iconic pill-shaped cutout getting smaller, potentially thanks to this new metal in tech Apple's rumored to be working on. But here's the kicker. It sounds like this might be exclusive to the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Why? Well, Apple has a history of rolling out new tech on the Pro Max models first, before it eventually trickles down to the other variants in later years. Maybe they're still working on scaling up production of these new metal-in units, or maybe it's just a way to give the high-end models a little extra edge. But if these rumors hold up, we could be in for a seriously cool upgrade with the iPhone 17 Pro Max, and maybe, just maybe, the rest of the iPhone lineup will catch up in the years to come. According to the information, the iPhone 17 Pro and 17 Pro Max might ditch the titanium frame in favor of aluminum, similar to the more affordable iPhones. This could mean Apple will drop the titanium look just 2 years after introducing it, making the higher-end iPhones lighter and a little more eco-friendly. For the past few years, lower-end models like the iPhone SE and iPhone 16 have used aluminum frames, but before that, the high-end iPhones were made with stainless steel. Then, last year, Apple switched it up with the titanium frame for the iPhone 15 Pro, and it was a big deal. Now it looks like Apple might be returning to aluminum with the iPhone 17 lineup. As for the back of the iPhone, it seems like the Pro models will still stick with glass to support wireless charging, so a fully aluminum back doesn't seem to be in the cards, at least not just yet. We'll probably have to wait until around September 2025 for the official reveal, but it's fun to imagine what the new iPhone might look like. So, what do you think about Apple possibly going back to aluminum for the iPhone 17 Pro? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Until then, take care.